Hey, Margot. I see you on. Okay, I'm just letting it populate a little bit because it's the middle of the day. And I'm gonna pull up Power Hour schedule. So for those of you that missed our Power Hour Zoom last night, it was absolutely amazing. I mean, it was beyond incredible. And we had 44 people on working solid. And that was pure magic for me to witness, to see everybody's heads down on their phone and working. So I just thought, for those of you that didn't get on, I know I posted the checklist on kind of the format on our page today. So when I'm reading it and just looking at the checklist, I realize it can be a little bit confusing if it's not something that you're familiar with. So I want to explain it to you. So hi Amberly. Cool. Okay, so I posted two. So I posted the one we did last night. I titled it afternoon and evening. And then there's another one that I posted morning and lunchtime. So there's a reason for the two changes, or for the two different ones. So daytime, like now, during the day, you've got people who are typically at work, like many of you watching, even watching the recording. You're at work during the day, and so during the day is a really good time to engage, and not as much follow up, but more about engagement. And so the follow up is best to come at night. You know, someone like me as a mom, and my son goes to sleep at 8:30, 9 o'clock. That's when I get to work on my follow up because he's asleep. Anytime before that, while he's awake, I can do some engaging and I can do some liking and commenting, but it's harder to actually carry out that conversation. And so I realized, like, we've got to separate this out a little bit. So there's a morning and lunchtime Power Hour format. And so I'm just going to kind of explain some of this to you. So like the first one, so basically you're going to set a timer and you're going to work for 1 solid hour. And for 1 solid hour, you're not going to respond to anybody's messages. Like if someone responds back to you and wants to book a party, you're not going to respond to them until you're done with the Power Hour at the end of the Power Hour. Like they can wait 45 minutes, right? So you want to make sure you get through all the tasks first. And so the first one, like, we just make sure your timer is set. So I'm going to go through an order here. So make sure your timer is ready to go and that you're going to be disciplined in this checklist. So save these checklists to like the notes on your phone or something, or on your computer, wherever you're going to be looking at that checklist, or print it off so that you have it in front of you for your Power Hours. So you can put them, put it on like the notes so that you're ready to go. Then the first thing is post on Instagram and Facebook, and it says don't share. So what that means is if you post on Instagram, we're telling you not to share it from Instagram to Facebook because it can mess with the algorithm and make it not as noticeable or seen. It's better to have a new post on Facebook. Even though they're the same company, it's actually better to have a new post. And so make your post on Instagram, copy it, and then paste it onto Facebook and post it as a new post. Sometimes I even change the photo up a little bit just to shake it up, so that if I've got people who are my followers on Instagram and they're also my followers on Facebook, they're seeing a different photo that might catch their eye in a different way. And so I sometimes change it up. So most of this is about social media, and some of it's not just about social media. So we'll get to that. So just make sure you post. And so what are you posting? You're posting something like an opportunity post, or like last night we had everybody posting about the Wow and Lip and Eye Cream sale. And so we have a BOGO right now. And so that would be the most ideal thing for you to post about is the sale. So try to stay current with what's going on with the company. And we also give you tips like, don't be so scripted. You know, if you're borrowing posts from another leader or from us, that's fine, but really trying to change it up a little bit. Maybe add a little bit of your personal story or your personal testimony with the products or business, or change the emojis, definitely change the phone number and contact information, but try to make it a little bit more personal to you. That way it doesn't get lost in the algorithm of social media, and it's more unique and has an opportunity to stand out. Okay, and then like on the morning and lunchtime, unfollow on Instagram followers app. So download the Instagram followers app so that you're not following people for so long that aren't following you back. So you just want to make sure that during your power hours, you're spending that 2 minutes going through and unfollowing the people who aren't following you back. That way you can keep, that we always like to say, to keep that number on Instagram of following the ones that you're following lower than your followers. And that just helps, it makes you just look a little bit more professional, makes you look not so needy, makes you appear more attractive to your audience, and that kind of thing. Now engaging on Facebook, this can be engaging like you're specifically commenting and taking that time to engage with your followers. So you can go to, oh shoot, I can't show you on my phone. I'll have to show you I'll have to take a picture of it. But I'm going to show you, because I'm using my phone to go live. You can go on your phone or even your computer. Let me see if I can do it on here. Hang on one second. I'm going to show you how to bring up the most recent news feed. Yeah, I don't know how to do it on here. I only have to do it on my phone. Sorry, one second. It's important though. I'll have to ask Heather. I'll show you, but I'll show you my phone. I'll take screenshots. I think that's going to be more beneficial to you anyway. But you can, on your phone, you can go down to like let's say you have an iPhone. You can go to the kind of the home page of your Facebook, and on the bottom, there's 3 lines at the bottom, and you can go down to, there's something, I forget what it is. You can go and see the most recent news feed of your entire news feeds. Well, you're not seeing the most current thing when you look on your news feed right now. You're not seeing the most current thing at all. You're seeing stuff that was 5 hours ago. Like I look here and this was 5 hours ago. That's not current. I want to go to the most current thing. And so when I'm engaging with my audience on Facebook, I want to make sure I'm engaging with what's most current. And also if you have, so I'll show you how to do that. So if you have lists, like whenever I add a new person on Facebook who's not a part of It Works, I add them to my list. I have a list called My People. And so when I engage on Facebook, I personally go to, let's see, pull up I go to click on my list, my people list, which is also in that same format. So I'll show you. And I engage specifically with those people. I engage just with them. And that is pure magic because I can comment and I can go in and say, oh, that's such a cute dress. Where'd you get that? Or, oh my gosh, your daughter's so beautiful. Good luck with school this semester, this year, or whatever. And I can be more engaging. And so for those 6 minutes, you're engaging on Facebook. Then you're going to go follow new people on Instagram. And so we talked about last night different ways to do that. You can do that by going to the search bar on Instagram and you can search through like a local business or something. You can go to like your local mall or we talked last night about local bounce gym, like we take Kennedy to gymnastics. So we can go to the gymnastics place and I can search that one and I can find other moms that I can connect with. So when you are engaging and following new people on Instagram, you want to do it through similar activities that you are. If you're super fit and you work out in the gym all the time and that's your thing and you're a personal trainer or whatever, then find people that are of similar interests as you through maybe the same gyms that you attend or a gym in your area and start following people so that when they see your posts, they're going to be more engaging back with you. And so that is a huge, huge, huge tip. Is just to make sure that you're really being genuine with who you're following and who you want to follow you back and that they're going to like what they see. So for those 4 minutes, you're going to be following new people on Instagram and you can follow 60 people per hour. So you can get through you can find a lot of new people in that 4 minutes. You'll probably follow 60 people in a shorter amount of time. You can also go to, I like to go to mommy bloggers that, have a lot of followers or like cute little clothing boutiques for toddlers because I have a toddler and I'll go to their most recent photo and the people that liked that photo because they're active on Instagram and I'll go follow people just through that one photo, if they have a lot of likes, I can follow 60 people quickly just through that one photo. And I'm looking for people like moms and, you know, people that kind of stand out to me. And typically they will be, because I'm utilizing a feature that is of the same kind of context, you know, people that like what I like and that kind of thing. So let's see, the next thing is engage on Instagram. So again, you're going to go to your news feed, and for that 6 minutes, you're going to engage on Instagram doing the same thing, like tag that person and say, oh my gosh, that dress is so beautiful, where did you get it? Or, hey, I saw you just were traveling to Venice, you know, what was your favorite thing about Venice? Or I saw that you were just in Palm Beach, like what did you do while you were there? Like, I'm going there soon, like where did you eat? Whatever it is, like ask questions. You know, what color is that lipstick? I love that. Or where did you get those shoes? And really engage on Instagram too. And this is the morning or lunchtime stuff. So you're not sending direct messages, you're not following up, you're engaging at this point. And then engage with new following. So engage with the new people that are following you. Engage with your new followers. Do the same thing. Like who recently added you back? Go to their profile and go to their timeline and go to their Instagram and engage with these people. Okay? Again, it's about commenting. Follow up on Instagram DMs. Add to hundreds list. So here you're going to follow up on any direct messages that you've had maybe from the night before. Okay, where you maybe the night before did your nighttime power hour and now it's morning and you're drinking your coffee and you decided to do another one. You're going to add these people to your hundreds list. Whether you have your hundreds list in your phone, I have all my potential distributors and all my potential loyal customers in my phone as PDT for potential distributor and PLC as potential loyal customer. And so when I'm doing my follow-up, all I have to do is go to my phone and I can type in, you know, PDT, and then the entire list comes up. And then that way I know that I can send them a text, I can shoot them a message really quickly, or I can follow up on a previous text that we've had. But now that you have those IMs coming in or those direct messages coming in from Instagram for 5 minutes, you're going to add those people to your hundreds list, so that when you do your nighttime power hour later, you're going to have these people in your list to go follow up with. So again, this is just about engaging and getting organized. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. Same thing, follow up on Facebook Messenger. So again, anything that you've done from the night before that's following up, people are starting to respond because it's the next day. Add them to your hundreds list so you make sure that you have that organized. Okay? Friend request people on Facebook. Okay, so using the suggested friends only, because Facebook will mark you sometimes as spam if you're adding too many people on Facebook that aren't suggested friends. So when you scroll through your news feed, you'll see suggested friends list. And so I filter through that. Right now, for some of you that are maybe new, or maybe you've been in networks a little bit, but you've not been really engaging on Facebook, you might have a lot of people that on your list, suggested list, that are It Works people. You're going to work through this. When I first started this, I had a ton of people on my suggested, and they seemed like they were all It Works people. I'm like, well, that's not going to do me any good because they're not potentials. They're already in, and they're my friend, or they're you know, on someone else's team. So once you start with one, the next time you'll have a little bit more suggested friends, and it's going to start to roll over for you, and it's going to be really, really exciting. So just start adding for 5 minutes. You're going to add friend request people on Facebook through suggested friends. If you need more suggested friends, this is where it's going to come into play. You're going to you know, you maybe need to be a part of some more groups on Facebook, some more mommy groups or fitness groups or foodie groups or whatever it is. There's so many groups, blogging groups, whatever it is, whatever your interest is, you want to make sure that you're engaging on Facebook with more people so that you have the opportunity to add more suggested friends, because this is what matters. You know, once you engage with them and once you go to their news feed and you start commenting, interacting, they're more likely to see your post. And so when you do make that wow and lip and eye cream sale post, they're going to see that and they're going to get really animated. So you're going to have more engagement, and this is part of the process and part of the journey. So you guys have to learn the discipline of this. This is what matters. Okay, so post a story on Instagram and engage on Instagram stories. So this is really cool. Instagram doesn't have an algorithm for their stories feature. So I use stories to show, like, you know, just a quick little snapshot of what I'm doing in that time. Maybe Kennedy and I are at swim class, or, you know, it's 10 o'clock in the morning and I'm making a shake and I'm showing what I'm putting in my shake or whatever, or a before and after. If you like go to your photo, if you save a before and after to your photos on Facebook, on your phone, on your album, and you click on that photo, you'll be able to, you can screenshot that, because that photo becomes like the center of your phone, and it's the perfect size for Instagram story and Facebook story. So it's like you can screenshot. So I'll have to maybe do a picture for you guys to show you too. But if you click on the photo in your album, it becomes a centerpiece of your phone. So then you take a screenshot, and it's the exact proportion that you need to do to add it to your Instagram story. And so you can write above and below it. You can say, you know, wow sale, you know, message me for free lip and eye, some, you know, whatever it is. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, but that way you can put before and afters on Instagram story. So it also says for 5 minutes, engage on Instagram stories. So that means like send someone a message and say, oh my gosh, that's so cute, and, you know, looks like you're having so much fun, and engage and ask questions and try to get a response from them, so that they're, again, more likely to be interested in you and what you have going on. Message people who like and commented on earlier posts. So the earlier post was the post you did at the very beginning on Instagram and Facebook. So you're going to check those posts to see who has liked it already, who has commented on it. So in the beginning, you might not have a lot of engagement. Some of you do, some of you don't. And so this is where all of this matters so much, because the more engaging you're doing on social media, the more engaging you're gonna get back. And so all these tips are gonna help you get more likes and more comments for the future coming, or any DMs that people sent you because they didn't want to comment, but they did send you a message. This is where you're going to start to message those people and say something like, hey girl, thanks so much for the social love. I noticed your like on my post about our sale right now, today and tomorrow only. Are you interested in getting my discount and trying this product for free? Something like that. And so you would send them a message and thank them for your social love. If it was a business opportunity post, I would say something like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited you sent me some social love on my post. I maybe even share the photo that you posted with them in a direct message too, and say, you know, girl, you would be amazing in my business. I'd love to share some more information with you. Can I get your phone number so I can send you some more details, so that you get their phone number and you can add them to your hundreds list if they don't join right away. So just, you want to make sure that you're messaging the people that liked and commented, because the like and the comment was kind of that poke or that idea that they are interested. Okay, the last couple things are check your team page on Facebook. Guys, this is crucial, because you've got to be engaging with your team and with us on our Facebook pages, so that we know where your head's at. We know where your heart's at, because we know what you need. This gives us this is an eye opener for everybody too, and just to let your team know that you're here to support them and love on them. So this is so, so crucial that you take these 3 minutes to engage on your team pages and stay plugged into what we have going on, at any announcements, whether it's a One Team One Mission that was posted about, a boot camp, a team challenge, a team contest, a Zoom that we're having. Maybe you just post a win for the day so we can highlight you. Like, how did you do that day? Did you book 2 parties because you were doing your power hours? Did you sell 2 boxes of wraps? Did you enroll a new customer? Like, tell us, let us know, so that we can highlight you and we can be proud of you and we can really know that you're plugged in and where your head's at with your business. So and then for 2 minutes at the end, respond to any notifications that you have. So what's come in over this entire time since you've been doing all of this? what can you do for 2 more minutes engaging wise, to make sure that you are staying plugged in with what you've created over this last hour. And so this will take up an entire hour of your time. But again, tip, do not respond to anything until you've done the task, until you're done with this. This is about you making sure you're doing enough and being disciplined enough with your power hours so that when you come back to this, you have at the end, ooh, thunder, you have notifications and you have the following back, and it's just so powerful. So this is your morning and lunchtime power hour. The next one is the evening one that we did last night at 9:30. And most of what I just explained to you should be a little bit more clear in this post now, but I'm going to make sure that I'm not leaving anything out. I'm going to look through it real quick. Okay, so this is evening. So this would be like, again, kind of after dinner. I even said late afternoon, 20% battery. Most likely this is better. Like I think about being a mom or just, after dinner and you're snuggled up on your couch, you maybe, you've got your favorite TV show on and you're like, this is when you start getting and receiving text. Like, don't feel bad about sending someone a text message at 9 o'clock at night. More than likely they're like me, and that's when they're winding down and they can actually respond because their children are asleep or whatever. So this is a really good time to do power hours like this is later. And this is when you'll see us do them collectively as a team. Okay, so post on Instagram and Facebook. Again, you're going to post again. Text message follow up. So anybody so that you're going to go through like your phone and you're going to make sure that you've maybe followed up with, last night we did loyal customers about the BOGO sale. So we were making sure we're messaging our loyals and letting them know about the sale. And I've loved the feedback I've gotten, like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for thinking of me. I'm so excited to order this product. I've been wanting to try it. So this would be a time where you might want to private message or text message your loyal customers and follow up with them about any sale we have going on, or just check in with them. Go through that same list, potential distributor, potential loyal customer. Now that you've added these people to your hundreds list, now would be the time to start engaging with them. To say, hey, you know what? I just wanted to follow up. Earlier we were talking on Instagram about, you're interested in joining my team, and I wanted to share some more information with you. Is, try to schedule a 15-minute phone call. Try to schedule a FaceTime. I love scheduling FaceTimes with my potentials because they can see my passion, hear my passion, see how real and I am, and I just love that I can make that connection and really pour into them in that face-to-face time if I can't be with them belly to belly. So that's all about following up. That's 10 minutes of follow-up. So you can get a lot done in 10 minutes. And last night what I noticed is I got on a roll and then I didn't want to stop. And so that really showed me that there's a lot more to do. And so you'll be able to, some of you will want to do multiple of these a day. Now book a party. So this is like where a lot of you are going to really stretch yourself and get out of your comfort zone. So you're going to, for 8 minutes, you're going to message people about booking a party. And so I wanted to, let me read you what I sent to, this girl's actually like engaging back. Okay, so I said, okay, I have a huge question. Now that school is back in session, we should have a sample party. Would you be willing to host a party for me with your girlfriends? I feel like your gorgeous mama would love it too. And she says, what's a sample party and what's involved? And so then I sent her the thing and she hasn't read it yet. And then another girl, she responded to me already and she said, no, thank you. And I said, okay, thank you so much for getting back to me. And she said, sure. So it was like no big deal just to ask. And this was a girl I didn't really know that well. I said, hey, Michelle, how's it going? I'm sure you've seen some of my product business posts on social media. And I know this is super random. I just love your energy. I was wondering if you'd be willing to host a sample party for me either this month or next. And that's really, I love that either this month or next, because it's not just like out and open and in the air. It's kind of trying to create a solid foundation of a time frame. And so now this could be a party in person or this can be a party online. And so this is really going to help you stretch yourself out, because parties, we did a huge Zoom training on parties the other week. And something that we talked about is, you know what, guys, like I love getting a loyal customer. Like I love nothing more than a new loyal customer. If I can get a loyal and they're purchasing HSN, like bring it on, right? But if I can walk into someone's home and there's 8 women there, and I can bring my little bag of stuff, and I can sign up 6 loyal customers and 2 distributors in that 1 hour, because I've shown them my passion, enthusiasm, and love and heart for this business, and I sit down and rub their shoulder, and like I rub shoulders with them, not physically rub their shoulder, but make that connection with them, and they sign up as a loyal customer. Like, are you kidding me? I can upsell. I can typically sell booster packages for distributors. The volume through that wrap party is huge compared to that one person that signs up because you met them on Instagram. Like, that's great too. And I'll take it again all day long, but I love a wrap party. A wrap party can just be it can be the difference between you promoting in a month and you promoting in 3 months, because you have so much more volume going on in your organization. So if you guys aren't booking parties and focused on parties, you're really missing out on a lot of volume and a lot of money, because that's all your commission in the long run, and you're building your team at a faster pace. And so really stretch yourself here. Hopefully tonight you schedule a power hour for yourself and you do one, because booking a party is crucial. Okay, so comment on every post on newsfeed, Facebook newsfeed. Again, I'm going to show you how to pull up your most recent newsfeed. If you don't do that, I'm going to do it in screenshots so that you can have it as a visual, because I know that that's so important, or through your Facebook list. I am always engaging with my list, and my list is my happy place when I do this, because I know that it's people that I've added from mommy groups, from other pages, things that I'm a part of. These are people that are true, raw, real potentials for me, and I want to make sure that I'm engaging with them. And so, so big. Okay. Follow new people on Instagram. This is going to be the same, Gracie, no. This is going to be the same concept that we did in that previous one, so I don't need to repeat myself. Comment on every Instagram newsfeed, same thing. We did that before. Message people who liked and commented on last 2 It Works posts. Now this is different, because last time we didn't do this. We're going to like and comment on, so anything that you had on Instagram or Facebook that people liked or commented on, you're going to really take this time to engage and send them a message. And again, thanks for the social love. You're really going to take the time to send those messages out, because again, it's nighttime and you're more likely to get a response, which again, the next day you'll be able to add them to your 100th list, and it starts to roll over as you get more disciplined about doing these power hours. Okay. Clean up your Facebook and Instagram. Change profile pics. The more you do this, I've learned, bad habit of just leaving the same photo up because I like it, but I've learned that you have to change up your profile pics, even maybe your cover photo, because it always grabs attention. So the more maybe once a week you do this, when you're doing your power hours, you change up your photo, so that people are more likely to engage. I love when people are growing their business international. I just got a message. Woohoo. So I'll check that later. Okay, so edit description, just make sure it's something current, something fun. You're not just like, I'm a network distributor and I'm, Ruby or whatever. No, who are you? Like, I'm a mom, I'm a mommy mentor. I'm a business owner. I'm a world changer. Who are you? Like, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a food junkie, I'm a travel lover, I'm an adventurer, I'm a travel seeker, what are you? Really make that description about yourself on social media something so powerful and amazing that is really attention grabbing. Use emojis, use color, pull people in that way, so that they're not just going, they're another It Works person. Like, you have to sell yourself. You have to be that rap girl, that rap guy that people want to be attracted to and want to draw attention to. So you got to create that description. Sometimes you got to change it up. Sometimes I just change mine up every so often, and it really helps. Make sure you're deleting old posts. What that means is that you're deleting, you don't have any like old BOGO posts or sale posts up. Like, once the Wow and Lip and Eye Cream BOGO is gone, you don't want to keep those posts up on your social media. You want to make sure you've either screenshotted all the people that have liked or commented, so that you're making sure you're continuously following up. If you haven't already added them to your hundreds list, which you should by that point, but if you haven't, you want to make sure you delete those photos. So typically within 24 hours of that sale ending, those photos are gone for me. So you want to make sure that you're doing the same thing. So old posts. Okay, then check your It Works Office app. So it used to be called Wired. Now it's the It Works Office app. And in that app, I posted a picture on our Go Ruby page last night, but I posted a screenshot of all the One Team, One Missions and boot camps and things. So you want to make sure that you guys have to be aware that you can go to those events, and you can also send potential distributors or customers to those events for you. You know, if you live in Florida like I do and you've got a friend in Virginia, you can send them to a One Team, One Mission or an event in their area, and it still comes back to you with that communication that you'll have to them. So you want to make sure that you're not just using that Office app for yourself, is that you're using it to help grow your team. Or if you've got a new team member in California and you live in Michigan, you know, send your team to the One Team, One Missions in California so that they can go and get plugged in and really know the culture of our company and feel the heartbeat of our company and really start to get the sense of our culture. And that just helps you all build your belief. You know, I can't say I don't know if I'd be here today if I hadn't been to events, but events really helped shape who I am today in this business. It really helped shape my belief and my love and passion for who we are. And I know all the leaders would agree, like, they matter so much. So if you haven't been to an event, you're really missing out. It's so much more than what social media can ever do for you or any story you read. It's the passion and the energy in the room and the collective consciousness and just the people that are just there for the same purpose as you, to just better themselves. And you get in that room and you're like, I can do this. You know, you see someone across stage who's just like you and they're sitting on the white couch and they're training the audience, and you're like, that's me. Like, I can be that. I can do that. And so you've got to get to events, and you've also got to use that app to send your team to events, because that can make or break someone. You know, that can be like the difference between them, you know, walking and them running in this business. And wow, like, wouldn't you rather them go and feel that passion and energy and build a stronger belief for themselves and go to that event and you know, walk out of there with their head held higher? You know, I would. And so that's why we're always constantly plugging you guys into what's going on in the field so that you get to those events and you get your team there. Again, now here's check your team pages for new information, trainings, contests. Again, as long as you're doing this a couple times a day, you're not missing anything. You're not missing an invitation to a Zoom or to a party, or you're engaging with our team events, and you're just being super plugged in, and you're showing your team that you are, you know, because your team needs to see you being the example. Your team needs to see you plugged in and on top of things. And so it makes such a big difference. And then, of course, if this was a live power hour for 3 minutes, we would do a Q&A. So in your case, this is where I would just start following up. Check all your notifications again, follow up, be plugged in, and just make sure that you're being proud of the work that you just did over the last hour, because you just did something really massive for your business. And so, you know, take that time to maybe, you know, follow up with a party person that responded you back about a party or whatnot. So these are 2 separate power hours. One for morning, kind of lunchtime, and then one for the evening. So, you know, you guys, by doing this and showing the strong discipline of it, you know, it's like Heather Juno talked last night in May. She started doing 2 or 3 of these a day. And I know that all of you can find at least an hour to 2 hours a day to do this. I know that you can. Like, I know that you can, because you're going to set your timer and you're going to do it. But she started doing them in May. And then when we launched the $9.99 promo in June. Woo-wee. She enrolled 48 distributors, and she said if she hadn't been doing power hours, she wouldn't have enrolled that many. And she enrolled that many because they had come from these power hours. They had come from the work that she had been doing. And so something that I said last night to everybody is, you know, we're not going to stop here. Our company is just going to keep rolling out new promotions and keep rolling out new things. And we have our big annual conference next year. So if you guys start the discipline of doing these now, a lot of you just want to know what to do. This is what you do. This is what we do. This is how you become disciplined in this business. By you taking the initiative and staying plugged in now, you will capitalize on everything that corporate has coming in a double, triple, you know, quadruple way. It is going to catapult your business. So get plugged in, stay plugged in, and be connected to what we're teaching you, because what we're teaching you works, or we wouldn't be teaching it to you. And clearly it's working for Heather, and she's brought this to us, and I'm just so grateful to have the leadership that we have in our team. So I'm just going to check the chat. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna finish, and I'm gonna load this back up, and I'm gonna save it to my phone, and I'm gonna put it on YouTube, because I know that some of you leaders are gonna want to share this with your team too. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.